Like,
Yeah.
because I think a big thing that when it comes to speed in this game, I think a big thing that we sometimes forget is that like there isn't a real buffer system the way there is doing like compared to other games, and like that may not seem like such a big deal at first, but like I think the impact of it is that we really need to like the coordination. There is a real precision demand with the coordination, so we kind of like need to have our like decisions made whenever we're dealing with like something with like anything with like cooldown that is lower than the like whenever we're dealing with a reaction point that like or like a move that doesn't have like a real enough time or like duration on it to be a real like really effective as a reaction point. I'm thinking like shines are a good example of this. I would say that if we're doing a down air off a like fast fall down air off a platform or something, like they don't really offer you enough time to like really assess the situation as it plays out. You kind of have to have things queued up in advance, and this is, I think, like a really like where we start to like first build that intentionality, because it's like we don't have the luxury of being able to basically like watch and react.
No. This kind of idea is it. You're kind of making educated guesses the whole time, right? Because, like, yeah, you can't react with a dare. You kind of have to throw the dare out, like either reading or like covering. You're like covering something,
right?
So you're not like reacting to them actually doing the move. You're like reacting to like the build up, like their movement to that move, right?
Well, I mean, it depends on the game state, right? So, like, let's say that we're on Battlefield, right? The opponent attack. Like, let's say the opponent is near. Like, let's say we're underneath the Battlefield side platform, or like the front edge, like the stage, like the side of the Battlefield side platform closest to the center of the stage. Okay. Let's say we're fighting like a Peach, for example, and she like runs at us and dash attacks into that spot. And what we do is, like, when we see her coming forward, we like dash the other way into immediate short hop, like dash jump, short hop, double jump like backwards, so towards her, but then wave land across the platform into like fast fall down air. So in that situation, what we're basically doing is that we're attacking the spot that we were previously occupying. Like we were basically underneath, like close to the the edge of the platform, so we moved away from it into the air and then kind of like slid across the platform into a fast like falling down air motion. So we have a lot of confidence that down air is going to hit probably, because we see her dash attacking, but like we also don't have time to like if she's at, say, like 40 or something, she's gonna get knocked down from that. We don't have time to like necessarily like react like we have to decide what we're doing like pretty quickly in that spot, based on like what the outcome of hitting her there is going to be. So I would say that, like, depending on the game state, we could have a lot of confidence that we're going to connect, but like what we do with that, like, it varies. We could also hit a shield, like if she didn't say dash attack but she maybe like floated forward with like subfloat nair. We can also have a lot of confidence we're going to either hit her or hit her shield. So in that situation, we still need to have like a plan for like what we do with our landing, and we have to queue it up pretty quickly.
Yeah, so like I guess like tying it with like the speed part, like when the dare connects, if it actually hits Peach and knocks her down, or if it hits her shield and you hit like this early dare on her shield or something, it's like I think like the speed comes in when you recognize what just happened, like because we have plans for that. Like if we hit shield or whatever, like maybe if it's early, we could like roll out depending on the spacing, or if it's space, we'll maybe do something else, or if it knocks down, we kind of like maybe try to read a roll or something. Is that kind of?
So one question I'd have is like why are we assuming that we have to do like early aerial?
It's probably just because that's what I would do. Like I do this a lot. Like I'll just wave land off platform, like, and attack where I was. And usually it's with like early bear or early dare.
Right, but my point is that, like, we can absolutely, like, just... You see what I mean? Like, we can absolutely adjust how we do this dare so that it hits late.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, all that is just, like... That's just character control. And I haven't practiced this, so I'm not, like, good at it. But you see what I mean? Like, it's absolutely doable for us to just, like, set this up so that we're at least hitting, like, kind of middle, so we're safe. Knowing that we're safe, I'd say this is where the speed starts to become relevant, because if we know that we're hitting around, like, this height, like, around where Falco's short hop, like, rises, if we're hitting in this general space, the hit lag is the same whether we hit them or hit their shield. So I would argue that just means, yeah, like, an easy way we can make this, we can be efficient here, is to know we're going to shine after this landing.
Okay.
Because it's going to be good if we, like we're going to shine or we're going to move. Like, we're going to shine or we're going to move. Like, we're going to shine or we're going to dash. One of the two. Because, like, either way, they lead to, like, reasonably good outcomes, like, on shield. Like, if Peach winds up shielding... Oh, where can we put her? If she's shielding here and we hit, like, the backside of her, we can probably just move away from her. Like, just dash away from her if we don't want to necessarily engage her. Which would be really good for like a comboing thing, because it's just like, yeah, like we just do this, and then like move away, and then yeah. But if we hit her in that situation, like depending on her percent, we might be able to like, you know, follow up on her. I think we probably want her like more like here, but like you kind of see like what the vision is. It's like, yeah, like we're basically setting up like points where we kind of know what the play is after the fact. And we're, like, this is a fast play to me. The fast fall down here, because there's no wind-up on the jump or something, or, like, the end lag of, like, a ground move, all of this stuff is happening super fast. Like, wave shines are kind of like this.
Like,
where we just...
Is this compared, like, it's fast in comparison to, like, if you, like, say you laser someone on shield at a good distance and you have to mix up to do, like, you know, early aerial? Like, that's something that's a lot slower, right? Because you're kind of playing a mix.
Kind of. So it's more to do with the lack of wind-up. So here, compare this. Like, compare to, like, having to combo off this to comboing off this. So, like, this happens, like, this nair happens so fast, right? So, like, if I'm, like, watching, like, if I'm just, like, waiting, then, like, I'm never gonna get, like, the follow-up here. Because I'm not ready for it. Whereas, if I started on the ground, we actually have, like, the, like, travel time of the short hop itself to like be our reaction point.
Ah, I see. Yeah, like you don't have to input anything really, like because you have the momentum.
Yeah, well, it's the travel time of the jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is so much easier to react with because it's like there's like downtime built into it. So like I would say like. So one thing is, like, I'd say a big question we're trying to solve is how do we get the best balance, like, where possible, how do we get the best balance of downtime because we don't want to have too much downtime because there's such a thing as too much of a good thing because then we're not going to be able to chain things, or chain things or, like, move seamlessly. There's too much time between this for us to be efficient. At the same time, though, we can see that this is a lot harder to work with. So it's like, how do we get the best of both worlds? And like, yeah, a lot of it has to do with, yeah, I mean, like a lot of that has to do with, like, I would say that like this is why descending aerials are good in general, like that kind of thing. Like instead of doing it like while going up, it's like more like this.
Right. You just have like more frames to do whatever you want.
Yeah, we also are moving. We have more control on like the way that we're like moving with her too. You see what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Whee.
So, sense. Like, so, no, go ahead. You go ahead.
No, you go. I was just going to be like near as fun.
Okay. Especially versus Peach. So, say we're not in a spot where we can just, like, what's like a good, like, we're not hitting her. Like where does speed come in when we're not hitting somebody? Because this is like, we are getting a hit, and, like, this makes sense. Like, it's tangible. But I feel like in neutral, a lot of times, you're either, like, I don't know, kind of, like, reacting to what they're doing. Like, you're just kind of, like, moving in a way to, like, try to get an opening. And I feel like you know, like it just goes from one situation to the next. Like, oh, like Peach is here now, she's floating. Like now she's doing this, and it's like those. I feel like those are also situations that can be seamless from like playing around with trying to go fast. I don't really know. I'm trying to figure out a better question to ask. But like,
why don't I help you out?
Okay.
So like basically you're asking like how do we be like seamless when it comes to how do we be seamless when it comes to a movement because neutral is more variable. Like there's more moving parts going on because the other character has more agency. Like when we get a hit, it's like more straightforward how we be like efficient there, but like in a less controlled position, how do we do it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, so I would say that this is where having a plan. This is where like the strength of your game plan and like how do I put this? Let me think here. You know what? Let's grab an example of a player. So, like, let's grab somebody who's very intentional. I am thinking we could use Cody. That's the boring answer.
I do have a 10-minute tipped-off VOD of Magi Moky just because I feel like it's fine to just kind of look at that. I'll link it for you.
Yeah.
I didn't want to spend like a crazy amount of time on this, even though it's only 10 minutes long. But it was just like, you know, like when you watch like top players, it's like, yeah, they're just like, they're always doing stuff. Like they're not wasting their time doing anything. And I feel like I was watching this and noticing like just her awareness of like knowing when she has an actual hit or when she needs to kind of go back into like a mix up or something. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know.
No, we're good. We're good. So you can see the video, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with how this opens. So, we have this. So what I would say here is Magi from the moment she opens the match, she knows what she is like looking for. So like this, like I don't see exactly how she gets this hit because like they just go in right away.
Yeah, I hate this, but yeah.
But like you see how she's like in the air. So like let's ask ourselves, what are the main moves? What are the ideal moves for Falco to hit on Fox at like 5%?
It's gotta be Dare, probably.
Dare and Shine.
Nair, Shine, yeah.
I would actually contest Nair. Why do you like Nair?
You can get like a late Nair, like if they're just like expecting it, it's a lot harder to hit. But I feel like you can't. Like it's just. I feel like you can catch people falling a lot with Nair even at low percents, and it's like kind of good.
Agreed. But so my comment there would be. Would you agree that at like low percents, Falco hangs back a little bit more if he's not looking for down air?
Hangs back a little bit more. Yeah, because you could still get some lasers, and you could also get grab, unfortunately, if you need to, if they're like 0%.
Well, yeah, because like I think the thing with Falco is like his up throw can kind of like not consistently and like not reliably, but it does link to Shine and versus some DI outcomes. You have the option to like you have the option to like do that down throw cheese as well, which is like it's a thing. There are certain follow-ups that are like somewhat real out of it, even if they're not super consistent. So grab is a reasonable thing to look for because it's not consistent, but it works. Down air is good, but like down air we want them on the ground, so even then we kind of hang back a little bit. Lasers, because once we get them to like 11 or 12, like it's a lot easier to get like early down air becomes viable.
Yeah,
then
that's like the value of grab for me is like just getting them to that dare percent.
Yeah, and if you back throw chain grab them, like you're done. So like if you back throw and they DI in or something just because they're not ready for it, because back throw is fast on Fox. Like back throw,
is pretty fun.
Yeah, back throw, forward throw, you're done. So, or back throw, you're done. So, my question here would be, if Nair requires us to engage the Fox offensively, but we're planning to use it as an anti-air, could it be possible that back air and up tilt do that job better?
I feel like back air at really low percent, I don't know, I feel like I'm doing it wrong or something. I feel like I've learned that it gets CC'd or something. Like I feel like it's more telegraphed because you're back toward them and they're like, oh, like I'm getting back aired. Maybe they like
just take the back air and then run at you and shine or something, you know?
Okay. If that's the case, though, if they're planning on taking the back air, could that mean that that's an opportunity for us to... But what I'd comment there is that sounds like there's an opportunity to mix up our down air then.
Like down air in place after, or are you saying like
instead of back flipping towards them with back air, we do down air.
Yeah, just air. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I should try that.
Or dash jump towards them with down air. Like, if they're keeping the... Because back air and up tilt, like, what do people do in response to that? They keep a little bit more distance from us. So what if we, like, approach with down air then? Like, to me, Nair doesn't dominate an interaction as hard as, like, some of our other tools, and doesn't, like, provoke, like, responses as effectively because of it. So, like...
You know, the real reason I think I like Nair, like, now that we're talking about it, is because I think I actually just get, like, the shine after it, and I can start combos with Nair. I think that's why I like doing it.
And valid.
I hear what you're saying, though.
And know what? I get what you're like. I get your point too. Like, I'm not saying that my answer is right. I'm just saying that there's like, there's different there's different pros and cons to these different plays. What we're trying to do here is what Magi is doing here is she has a game plan here. So like when she gets this this laser into down air, like. She's very obviously looking for laser into down air. Like, she went for it on the shield. Moky defended well against it. But, like, you can see that she is absolutely trying to get something started here. It's possible that maybe, because of that collision bubble, it's possible maybe she went for something else. No, that's the shield one. Never mind. So, yeah, she's very clearly looking for some kind of, like, laser to aerial conversion. So, the instant that she fast falls with those lasers, like, she's just all over him. What I notice about her in this matchup is that she tends to like she tends to be kind of on like whiff punishy, or she tends to like kind of like laser and then lunge at you. So like let's look at how she like that's kind of like a bit.
Can we talk about the whiff punishing thing really quick with like Fox specifically?
Yeah.
Because I feel like whiff punishing, when you mean whiff punishing, like I think the most common thing with whiff punishing Fox is like you're kind of like aerialing in place, or like kind of, I just feel like they kind of have to come at you with the move and then you would punish that move, right?
I think we have one coming up in a moment, so just hang okay. Let's watch the map. Let's watch how she does it. So this is
laser with punish.
This is more of an overshoot, I'd argue.
Okay.
Because like you see how she like moves into like where his backdash goes, by like he gets the laser, sees Moky still moving away, and then just like keeps going forward with the shine.
Yeah, like Moky's thinking another laser might come out or something.
That was like that was such a ratchet shine. Like no choice to shine there. I don't know why she didn't just back her. I know, like, she's really good, so, like, I know she had a plan, but it's, like, I don't see it, I don't know what it is. So, like, I think this is the type of situation where I'd say that, like, we're more likely to see, like, the type of whiff punishing that I'm getting at. So you see how Moky's, like, been full hopping a lot to get around the lasers?
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking that she's gonna do is she's gonna probably, like, keep doing that, like, keep lasering and stuff for a bit, like, near the platform. Maybe not now because she's off stage and dying because he found the opening. But I would expect to see like her use the gun and then like look for a dash dance down here. There we go.
Ooh, right there. Nice.
Yeah. So like let's look at like the anatomy of this. So like because this was very fast. So lasers. So these lasers. What do you think so let's start with how we get this set up. So we have, like, invincibilities running out. Moky successfully defused the bomb here. This is all good. We have this low laser. And then after this, we have another one. Now, the second one is shot higher, which is usually common. Just for posterity, why is the second laser usually shot higher?
I think... I don't know. I think this is just, like, to get dash dance, but I don't know why...
Why would... But he was shielding. He can't dash dance. Look at the situation. So it's here. So that one, and I'm saying the one after that, the first laser is shot higher usually.
Yeah, if it's not
High laser, I don't know why you wouldn't just go for high laser to like catch a jump.
So what do we necessarily want the laser to hit him? Like, is the laser hitting him more valuable than the space the laser is controlling?
No, yeah, I just want the space. I don't really care if it hits.
Right, because like if we shot high laser here, let's look at what would happen. So like high laser comes out about here, right? So if we go forward in time and it's like moving, actually it would still work the same way. But I would say that like, yeah, no, it still works the same way. So this could have just been a high laser. You are right on that. That would have been better. But
okay.
What I would say here is like, yeah, like as soon as she sees that he's committed to like the like once like she fires this laser, the instant that she sees that he's committed to an action, she's like all over him. And then just boom.
Okay.
And I also want to point out something about the percent. So we're like talking about how like the percent really matters, like in terms of what your windows are like. Look at how she gets a pretty high up down air, but he's at 14 going into this, so this absolutely just works.
Yeah.
So the hits she's gotten previously, and like this is why I was kind of like I was worried that this might happen with the high laser. Like you go for the conversion, but they just
that happens often with in my experience.
Right. So I think that like that might be a consideration as to why she shot the laser like a little bit lower than we were expecting. In that scenario, we could have gotten away with the high laser anyway, and that would have been really good. So like. It happened to be the case where, like, we could have done either or, and they both would have worked just as well. But yeah, like, I think that's the consideration for the slightly lower laser.
Right, that's why she's doing it anyway.
Right.
Makes sense.
So then in terms of, like, game plan, so, like, let's now think about what this play is. This next one. So she does this, like, short hop backflip, like the Magi, the infamous Magi backflip.
Yeah.
So, like, if Moky was running at her... This is like I think one part of the intentionality here is like this gives her a lot of like things to do on her way up. So like as she's rising, she can kind of like assess Moky's position and decide what she wants to do about what he's doing. In this case, he's like committing, like he's landed, he's moving at her, but he moves at her kind of late, so she's like, okay, I have the distance for a laser. Now, following that, she then goes, I think that he is going, like, we just got him for basically, like, forcing him to full hop in an awkward spot. Like, we just dash dance punished that. So, like, I think that she's making a read with this, that he's gonna not do that, so she's covering the wave dash forward, like, she's covering advancing actions with this shine.
So, why is this a read and not a mix?
I mean, it is. So it's a read in the sense that like she is guessing what he's going to do. Like this is not like something she's doing on reaction. But yeah, this would be a mix-up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry, I use some of those words interchangeably just because to me like they're kind of like they're like there is a read component I think with mix-ups. Because you're not like covering on like with reaction to like get something guaranteed, right?
Yeah,
so
I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah. And then I think in this from this I think is worth looking at here. Like what stands out to me about her is that the instant she like does something, she kind of like she doesn't really spend any time like and more time than needed assessing the situation. Like this jump here, when she like to the top, like double jump to the top platform, is a great example. So like she goes to this spot and then she's like, he's coming at me. Like there's nothing I can do that really like beats his up smash head on here. And even if I can somehow get like finagle my down air to like deal with it, he still is like he's in the initial dash frames. Like he can easily move back. So she's already assessed that this is not a play that is worth making, and therefore, she just immediately leaves.
Yeah, that's like, I think if I'm the worst at something in this game, it might be that.
What do you think gets lost on you in this scenario? If pretend you're her right now. So what do you think gets lost on her? Like what do you think gets lost?
I think I don't I don't have that recognition or not the recognition. It's more of like the EV of what I'm doing. So like if like I'm Magi in that situation, I don't think I recognize that like I should just go for something better here. Like this is sketchy, and I should just like play neutral again, kind of. I don't really think about doing that like at all. Like I know that there's spots where I get hit, so like I'll avoid that. But I don't think maybe it's a recognition thing. I don't know.
What are the how does Falco win exchanges?
We usually laser. We need a laser to get like pretty much everything.
Is that true? Like, how does Magi get this one? After this.
A lot of shine. I mean, yeah, and like being really close to your opponent too is like.
So this to me is like kind of funnily enough, this is kind of like why I think Falco is one of the biggest reasons Falco is difficult to play. The laser requires us to have distance, but Falco ultimately functions better when he's close to someone.
Yeah.
So, and he's not super fast, so he doesn't have like there isn't like an obvious way to get there. But how does Falco win more specifically, how does Falco win exchanges? Like, how does Falco hit people? Like, how does Falco find hits on people? Like, if you had to describe the actual steps involved in hitting someone with Falco, like what situations are good for him? What would they be?
I feel that's a hard question, I think, for me to answer.
Well, I suspect that's why you don't know. That's why you have trouble with recognition of what situations are worth playing, because it's like, if you're not sure what situations are good for you, how can you possibly know which ones you're supposed to play?
Right. Yeah, and it's like in game, I can like obviously feel a situation is good, but if I don't know. If I don't know it and I only feel it, then yeah, I'm gonna miss a lot.
So like here, let's look at this. So in this situation, Magi hits Moky with that, and with that laser, and then goes for a nair, like an immediate, actually not an immediate nair, like a slightly delayed nair after it. Is this a good spot for her?
I would say no.
Really? What don't you like about this play?
I feel like he lands where he doesn't get shined, and then I feel like I don't know. You could grab him. I feel like I don't think about grabbing here, which is probably why I think that.
So hold on. Hold on. So is your issue with this play that it didn't lead to punishment?
Yeah, I feel like most of the time if I hit Fox and Fox is close to me and I don't get a follow-up, I'm like in danger.
I mean, probably, but like the same is true for him. You're both low-range characters. Like, you could make the same case about like what happens after, like, you know what I mean? Like he gets right. A shine that doesn't lead to anything.
True. He maybe could have gotten a grab, but I don't know if he could react to that.
Okay, well,
quickly to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the thing is that, like, if we're measuring the effectiveness of every, because I'm not asking, like, like, we can clearly see from the first nair, that there are things Magi can do, even versus Moky's extremely good DI on that nair. Because the only reason it doesn't, like, it doesn't connect is because he gets, like, an SDI input plus proper, like, trajectory DI, and then, like, as such, he's like, a hair away from the shine. I don't think that's the nair being bad, though. I think that's Moky just having very good defense on that play.
Yeah, I feel like... I don't know. I feel like when you get nairs like that, a lot of times the Fox is just dash dance all the time, and they're just, like, holding right already. So it gets kind of...
He wasn't He wasn't dash dancing on that nair, though. Here, watch it again.
Yeah, I just mean in general, but, like... I don't know.
Well, she hit his full hop. She hit his full hop attempt.
Hit the full hop.
Which is why I find the DI partly so impressive. Like, see what I mean? Like, he moves after this.
That's pretty crazy.
He got 2 inputs on that. That's crazy. Like 2. Yeah, that's just cracked like Fox behavior. Like that's like top 10 player behavior. Like
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying clearer now about that.
Yeah. And like the thing is that like I don't think it's unreasonable for us to assume that Fox is going to do a stationary full hop after he gets lasered on FD. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that is not like that big of an. I feel like as far as assumptions go or like soft predictions go, like that is a pretty reasonable one. Where I'm going with this though is like I think what we need to do is I think what might be helpful for us is to like let's actually go through these matches. Let's look at how she gets whenever she gets a good like a neutral like opening. Let's actually look at how she got it. Like if she converts off it or like gets like a decent like thing off it. Let's actually look at break down how she did it because I think this way we can find the high quality openings. Yeah. Because I think we need to understand, like, and I think that it sounds like you have a different idea about why didn't she down her?
I know.
Probably input error, honestly. But I think that like this will help you by giving you some insight into maybe some spots that you think are like weaker than they actually are. So like let's look at this here after this. So gets this laser on the shield, and then like what does she do after? She then transitions into it looks like like walk shine. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Laser into shine there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we have advancing laser on shield into walk shine, and then yeah we have things. So then like what about this one? How does she get this?
Up here. Interesting. I feel like.
But how does she get the up air?
In there. So she lasers first, and then she like fakes a like dash in, and Moky wants to do something about that.
So she shoots this laser. We'll go like step by step. So laser hits Moky, shows she dashes forward, wave dashes back, and then she like dash dances. And then, like, kind of, like, does a pivot into down air. I have a feeling this is meant to, like, cover him moving forward again.
Yeah.
Because she's been doing a lot of stuff at, like, the edge of his, like, or, like, inside his wave dash forward zone. So I have a feeling this is something, like, for that. She might have also messed up the movement. Like, I think that it makes more sense for her to go here. Like, I think that she wanted to do, like, a small dash jump forward. Like, maybe around here. Because she can still get out of the way of this thing. But then, like, when she realizes that's happened and he's double jumped, then she knows that he has no jump. So then she goes for the up air.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Anti-airing with a move with an up move in this case, short hop up air after confirming the opponent has no double jump.
Yeah, that's I think a pretty clear one.
Yeah. So. Anti-airing, anti-airs in controlled position. Anti-air up air in controlled in a control like versus opponent who's lost against a opponent who has double jumped. Let me make a note of that. Falco openings by Magi. Bracket woo. Yeah. So short hop up air. After short hop up air versus after opponent has committed to double jump double jump. Cool. How do you? So this is like kind of not really neutral. This is just that's just a scrap. This is still a scrap. This is whatever. This is not really relevant for our purposes. That is though. So like here. We fire the lasers above this shield, and then we go for like an immediate like down air. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I think it's weird. I feel like it's weird to go in there if the laser doesn't hit.
How come?
Because you technically don't have like, I guess I don't know because Monkey can just back air here, I guess.
Yeah. I'd agree with that. I feel like the laser is weird here. So like I get the logic of going for like attacking the shield here. I just don't know if I'd necessarily want to jump with it.
Yeah, I feel like she
I want
does
to grab
the mango
here.
double lasers, and then I think the second laser's like higher than she wanted maybe.
I think the second laser is perfect. I just want to grab him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just get out of the corner.
Well, also he can't full hop.
Yeah, like it's pretty juicy.
Yeah, so like I think that the reason she might not, I have a feeling that Moky is aware that she might want to grab him though, because that's I think what that shine is for at that time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so this looks like it's a player versus player thing, which is why, like, again, these are top players, so like the decisions are slightly different for like metagame reasons, but like I think that like what we can confirm is like laser above shield, and then like it's like this limits like no full hop. Like this, I think, is the big thing. So we have like what we've identified is like. I think the base thing would be grab here. And is there anything else that stands out here as like being worth like looking for?
In terms of what Magi does after the laser, I mean you could like dash forward, shine, grab.
Why? So when I say grab, I mean dash JC grab.
Yeah.
So like, what is the shine? What is running forward with the shine grab offering that this is not offering?
I mean, if he tries to jump, then we get the shine. And if he doesn't, we get the grab.
So we would have to dash, jump. So we have like, so we'd have to dash, jump. So 1, 2, 3, 5. So we hit on 7, which is the same as this grab. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you won me over. So dash JC, no, dash JC shine grab. JC shine, JC grab. Yep, nope, makes sense. Maths. And then on this vein of thinking, we'd also could do like JC shine, like shine JC shine, if we wanted to, because we could do the try jump thing and then like go this way or something.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. I like it. With that said, what is there anything else that I don't really think we want to like poke him? Like, I don't think, like, forward tilt, for example, makes a lot of sense here. Even though he's at, like, an okay % for it. Because, like, he wants to hold block because of this gun, the laser. Is that reasonable?
Yeah. That doesn't feel good.
This is going to sound a little outlandish, but, like, how do you feel about charged forward smash?
I... Forward smash because he's facing back. If he holds shield, couldn't he just wave dash back shine?
What if we we could just fully charge it. If he holds shield, we could just do it all the way up. We could do max. There's no way we're gonna be punishable after full charge F smash.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I'm not saying it's a good option, but like it is like it's. But you see what I mean? Like it kind of actually it's weirdly okay here because we're gonna lean back during the startup charge, so we're like kind of outside of the way of back here. If we just we can kind of like time it. We have a lot of like flexibility with when we time it. If he holds, the increased damage we get from also holding kind of like works out. It's like punishability, like it's out of shield punishability because that smash attacks often have, and it's a really powerful hit. His tail's also exposed, which is a consideration, and as his shield shrinks, it's possibly pokeable. I think it's worth. I think it's worth thinking about.
Okay. Yeah. You've won me over with this one.
I'll put this one in orange.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this? I just want to make sure that like headed towards the right direction. Like so, like kind of understanding that we've got like just these options already, and like maybe there's like another option after this too that we could do. Like, is this just kind of building an awareness of like why this is a good situation? And, like, tying into before. Okay.
Absolutely. What else would we be doing here? No, I mean, like, what else? Like, I mean, like, what other
Oh.
purpose would we have for doing this? That's my point. Like, the whole idea here, the reason we're doing this with Magi, with this setup, is because you're saying that the laser is only good if it hits the shield, but I'm saying the laser does a lot by pinning him out of his full hop, because if the laser connects on the shield, the fox knows how much time they have to act. Like, at the instant the laser touches their shield, they know what their window is. When the laser's traveling above, they can't jump. They still know they might still know what the window is, but it is a different window with different, like, pros and cons. And some of those pros and cons are, like, really valuable for us.
It just happened too. Like she hits her shield, I think, on this.
Yeah, like, I think it's like it's just like around here. So it's not here, but it's I think
she hit
this one.
him,
Oh, and maybe it was earlier, but yeah, like it's. Oh my God, she's so
yeah,
good.
the classic Magi.
So let's actually find that spot, because I'm curious about it. So, like, was it before or after this? Was it after she respawned, or was it before?
It was a double laser from ledge, but she actually hits him, not the shield. So I was mistaken.
Okay. Honestly, like, that's kind of like, this is a similar example of, like, of what can happen here. Because, like, look at, like, this laser into down air. Because she goes for laser into immediate down air, I think. And I think that, like, one thing I want to point out here is when she has had successful initiations after her lasers, it's generally been off, like, somewhat delayed nairs or, like, delayed aerials. So I think that's something worth considering, like, because the laser doesn't usually combo into Falco's aerials like perfectly. Trying to force it like she does there, or well, maybe not force it, but like maybe she just has another reason for doing the early aerial. But like the point is like trying to do it. It's like, is this the spot?
I'm not sure. Also,
Do I need to pause? Yo, everything okay? Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Gotta love Canadian internet. Alright, let me share my screen again. Where did we cut out? Because I know that you said we cut out, which totally get. What was the last thing you remember hearing?
We were trying to find the laser. I don't know. I couldn't tell if it was the one you were talking about or the one that I mentioned.
So, this is the one that happens here, like, is a good example of why I'm not always convinced that lasers that hit the shield are all that. So, like, look at what happens. Look at, like, the how quickly Moky can action after, like, this hits. So remember, when the TV static disappears, that's when he's actionable. So right now is, like, when he can move again. So, like, lasers to me, like, lasers that hit the shield don't really have all that much frame advantage, especially if they're unstaled. Like, especially if they're, like, staled at all. They go down from 7 frames of laser stun to, like, 5. So barely any advantage. But in contrast, I believe they take 10 frames roughly to travel the to fully travel across somebody's shield with the rate they travel at. So I would argue that, like, a lot of times we're actually getting more bang for our buck by putting them above somebody's shield, in the sense that we are actually their presence is there for longer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's a Ginger concept. So what I would comment here is the lasers, like, when lasers hit the shield, I don't actually think that she I find that when the lasers hit the shield, for her to like want to like engage after them, usually is because after she lands from the laser. Oh my god, I can't believe she went for that. But yeah, like, after she hits the laser, she's already close. Like, this is what I mean. So, like, look at how close she is for her to try to, like, continue pressuring. Right? Like, she's right on top of him. But, like, I feel like in other situations, like, I feel like in the situations where she's further away, she's more likely to, like, try to then, like, move to a closer spot with the laser, or to just kind of, like, control the zone around where Moky can leave the shield. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I think we're starting to put together some of the ways that Falco. So those would be some of the ways that Falco can get his hits, and we see this dynamic playing out, right? So, like, hits even at that distance, she still thinks it's, like, not quite good enough to, like, hit the type of follow up she's like to really pressure him directly. So she overshoots trying to catch a roll or something, I think. It doesn't work out because he, like, moves away, because he full hops, but because she's, like, moved past where he is, she doesn't get punished. So then here the laser hits, she looks for her, like, little harassment thing, like, looks for her shield pressure, and she doesn't get the hit, but, like, you can see that there's a real, like, method to this, I think, which is the important thing.
Yeah.
Like, whether or not this is the best way to play Falco, I'm not... I don't know if this is the literal best way to play Falco, but I will say that it makes a lot of sense when we think about what his weaknesses and strengths are. Because it's, like, covering the option... Like, when people are in shield, and you're outside of their immediate threat range, there is kind of, like, a tax that they have to pay in order to try to come over, in order to try to exit shield. They have to be willing to commit at least 13 frames, 13 through 16 frames, depending on the character, or 18 for Bowser, because rip Bowser. They have to commit at least that to, like, exiting the shield with a wave dash or shield release, or they can jump. But jumping is always going to have a higher overall, like, total duration. Even with Fox's perfect short hop fastball, it still has a higher overall duration than just, like, wave dashing or shield releasing. So, knowing that, she is, like, placing her attacks around where Fox would move when he's exiting shield. I think that this, and, like, at least when she doesn't have the frame advantage to really work her way in with a more direct form of pressure, like laser walk shine, like laser dash JC shine, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So with what we've said, I'm going to pass it to you. How are some of the ways that Falco hits people?
We set up, like, how do I put this? Like, I guess the way I'm understanding it is, like, depending on where you put your laser, you have certain like options that, like, you get to actually get close enough to hit them instead of, like, trying to react off of laser on shield or something. Like, you're just set up in a better position to actually do something with the laser. So that is, like, that's like where the good spots for Falco come up. It's like kind of knowing what options they have from the laser and trying to like mitigate their options, I guess.
Yeah, so like let's be more specific. So let's start dividing this into actual outcomes, because I think that like this is something that like we're kind of missing right now. So let's say that we have close range laser hit and farther range laser hit. So how we're gonna define this is like hit means it made contact with the opponent, and then we're gonna have shielded for like did not make contact with them but connected on their shield. Then we're gonna have close range, i.e. the opponent is within like we can conceivably like true combo out of this thing after it hit, or like transition into a direct form of like shield pressure. So this would be like the laser walk shine stuff, or like the laser into like dash JC shine to like score a conversion. Are you with me so far? Like I'll pin the.
I'm pretty sure. I think I'm with you.
Okay, so I pinned it just for easy reference.
Okay.
So close range laser hit. I think this one is pretty self-explanatory. Like connects like combo like landing with laser near opponent, close enough to combo to directly to no two hits. Laser, and for this one we'll say laser F tilt, laser walk shine, etc. Because this I think is not super controversial. Farther laser hit. This is like when she hits further away, what does she usually do with those? So like let's actually look on this FD match, let's actually look at like that a little bit further, because I think that's actually a part of like how she uses laser hits when the opponent's further back that we haven't really explored, but they are important.
Okay.
We're learning so much about lasers.
I know.
This is not exciting for you, is it?
No, I mean it's. I just want to get better at knowing when my character is good. I like this.
You're a nerd. You're like a closet nerd.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%.
Ah, a man after my own heart. This is perfect. Where was the down tilt? No, I mean the downing the left tilt. The daft.
The daft.
The waft, like up air, no up ankle left tilt. The waft is cursed.
Yeah, that's a stinky leg.
Uh-huh. Okay, so that one's like a weird airborne, like aerial one. So we're not gonna get into those. Those are finicky. I'm not willing to touch the like when it hits them when they're airborne and close, because like that one is like is Smash the Eye City. So like this I think is important. So we can count like this. So this would be farther range laser shielded. What does she do afterwards?
Okay. It's a double jump, double laser.
And like what? How does this high laser influence Moky?
He can't full hop in a good corner. So
yeah.
Now the world is ours.
He has to play ground game with us at this range. Oh my god! Like
in shield, yeah, like that's
like he can't even short hop here.
Yeah, it's good. It's just good.
Yeah, like, and you didn't see that before, did you? You'd be like, it didn't hit him, like, it's bad, but it's like, no, it's so much better that it didn't hit him. Like, it's gonna, like, police his entire moveset. Because,
yeah, I like thinking about not needing to hit the laser on shield.
Or on them.
Yeah.
Like, this has taken away these two tools. The world is ours.
Is like Fox even a good character here? I don't know.
I'm telling you, we beat him. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I'm not even kidding you. Like, I think we actually do win this matchup. Like, but like when we think about, like, I don't actually know if that's true. Like, and I don't know if we'll ever truly know exactly like what it is. But like, I think we can say that like I think it is reasonable for us to say that like farther range, like after laser, no, after connecting laser, no, a laser on an opponent an opponent's shield farther back than where too far to be able to cover their wave dash forward ooze with an aerial, with a dare. Magi Magi opts to IDJ double laser to second laser is fast falled, and lasers are fast falled and complete above, and second and the second fires slightly above Fox's shield. Fox's shield, shield. Fire slightly above the top of Fox's shield. Yep. And then benefits of this: no full hop or short hop from Fox. In the subsequent exchange. Because that is exactly what happens. This is actually, if we rewind just a smidge here, let me just get back to the VOD so you can see. Look at the placement of where the first laser goes. Once she does it.
Yeah. Okay.
So it prevents the full hop and the full hop. It polices both a lot of things in this interaction, and that's why this is super powerful.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about specifically going for these double lasers. If you hit the first one, you're probably hitting the second one, and then how are we playing that? Are we going in after that? Are we looking for another laser?
Depends. I don't know. How close are they after we hit them? That's the theme. The common theme here, I think, is how close they are matters. Because here we have that nair again. That laser nair. Yeah. Now, granted, she's invincible here, so this is a much better spot to go for it, as invincible things often are. Here we have another example of an up move anti-air. This time with up tilt. So I would say anti-air short hop up air and up tilt. And I would say that after opponent has committed to double jump, to their double jump above Falco, above Falco bracket, usually in response to a threat, that they need to double jump over. Magi stays below. Stays below, or moves below with an anti-air. Yeah, because all this makes sense too, I think.
Yeah.
As for the laser thing, let's see if it comes up. I don't think that she's usually. I feel like she doesn't really look to double hit the lasers like that, but who knows? Maybe it'll come up. I feel like I'm learning shit in here.
Nice.
Are you kidding me?
Let's
go, Canada. Let's get destroyed. No, I'm kidding. You're she's kind of my favorite Falco right now.
Same, yeah.
She's so sick. What do you like about her?
What was you for? I like that she's just she's she's aggressive, but I don't know. I'm a simpleton. I see her do 3 shines and I clap.
I mean, they are the 3 fastest fucking shines you've ever seen, though. So, I kind of get it, though.
Awesome. I also it's I missed out about I got into the game with Apex 2015. That was my first tournament I watched. So PPMD, I was watching PPMD, and he was my favorite Falco at the time, and he would do the dash forward, wave dash back thing, and then we see a little renaissance of PP with her short hop, waveland back. It's little things like that where I'm I there's some personality to the her Falco that I like.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree with that. So we're gonna actually I think that it makes sense to middle... I'm going to expand our definition. So middle range laser shielded. Because, like, I think that this is we can agree that this is a different distance than, like, where she can just, like, directly walk shine someone after, like, the laser. Like, this is where, like, she lands in relation to the laser, right? So there's this chunk of space. This is too far to be able to, like, actually work with this frame advantage and get, like, a real shield conversion.
Like, I'm dash dancing every time here and going for, like, a late aerial. And I think I need to, like, do more of what she's been doing in the set.
So what do you think she's going to do here?
I mean, if she's walking forward, she's been walk forward shining, but she's usually closer when she goes for that. So I don't even know.
No, let's break this down. So, because we've got about like 5-ish minutes left with like the internet outage. So like let's think about this. What is the impact of her not being as close? Moky is actionable. So knowing that, what actions can he take that are beneficial to him, and how does she how does she play around that effectively? Like
So
what's the way she could play around that? Yeah.
So I think I would look for like maybe like a bear or something, like walk forward, turn around bear to get the short hop drill. If Moky's gonna short hop out of shield.
Okay. So one thing.
Full hop though.
So like, okay, no, this is good. So like, let's rather than just picking an option that we like, let's start by like listing out. Let's be more systematic about this. Let's list out Moky's options. So what can Moky do? I think we can agree full hop is a thing. So that's what this
full
is.
Hop.
Short hop.
Short hop.
Cheers.
You can wave dash. Well, I guess shine out a... No, I guess shine out a shield.
Yeah, he can shine out a shield as she's coming toward him. So, like, that would be here. So, like, wave dash, full hop, like, short hop, full hop, wave dash, wave dash. We can also do roll, and up smash. It's slow, but, like, it's important. Up smash, and drill, which would be, like, here. Dare, and shield grab. SG, and, spot dodge. So like we have kind of like Fox's like out of shield zones, don't we? Because he's kind of got like a cone. He's kind of like got like his the fast faller fall zone. Like,
the drift stuff.
Yeah, this stuff here, and like he can go here or like go through the platform. Like he's got stuff. He's got very different like things he can do. But we're gonna make this one like a different color because this one's not as good. Like falling through the platform like this. But he also has this waveland opportunity, which is really good. So like I would say that like and finally he has like various things that are kind of like, I'm gonna make these pink because they go to the top, like going to the top platform basically with double jump stuff, which is like very safe. It's a disengagement. So with everything we have here, what spot looks like the most appealing for Falco to be? Like can you cover the most stuff without like overextending?
Overextending. Probably. Oh gosh.
Does it make sense to go into all this stuff?
No, I wouldn't go forward here.
So if we're not going forward, where are we going?
Probably backwards.
Probably like here.
Yeah.
Okay. And what are we covering if we go here?
We're covering wave dash forward and
roll.
And like short hop.
Drill.
Towards you drill, yeah.
Shield grab, like up smash, those are pretty laggy. So if we like dash back here, like we can definitely we have an opportunity to punish it. So we're basically like, let's actually look at what we're checking with this. So like we'll circle them with the same color. So so basically move here, and like so we're covering this. So this is good. Check. Covering this. Check. Covering this. Check. Covering this. Check. Covering this. Check. Covering. Shine out of shield is interesting because we kind of cover it. So I'm gonna put that one in like in yellow.
Yeah.
But like this one's sort of like sort of, and then I would say that shield grab is definitely a check. And then I would say that the things that we sort of check would be her Moky retreating. Because we don't really, like, spot dodge, wave dash away, and Moky retreating. Because, like, we'd still take stage control on these. So we don't get anything directly, but we do get advantage.
Yeah.
And then this one is, like, a tie, so we'll put white on these. So, like, tie. This is, tie. this is a tie. Like going up here. And actually, we do technically check the forward, like the full hop forward. It's like super unlikely that he does this, but like this one specifically. So forward, check.
What, like a full hop there or something?
Well, we moved here, and like if she like full hop drill, if he full hops drills, then we just dash dance punish him.
Yeah.
So like let's take a look at what she does, because I'm curious to see what she would go for. I know what she goes for, but like.
Back. Interesting. So she was covering what we were circling pretty much. She was looking to like punish like the short hop, the up smash, the grab.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think the reason she wave dash is she really wanted to shine there. So whereas because he's at such a low percent, she is willing to sacrifice some of her coverage on some of these options in order to have better coverage on the ones that she's looking for, which would be like wave dash. Because Moky has wave dashed forward a bunch of times this set. So I think that she's like hard covering that a little bit more with like a thing that can like just straight up kill him if she gets it and like converts. She's putting more effort into covering something hard with like the best move possible. And then the nice thing about shines is that like because they end so quickly, even though you still kind of maintain your footing versus the thing, like a lot of these basically become like yellow, but like slightly plus.
Yeah, that makes sense. The maintaining your footing thing.
Exactly. So you see how like it's like what she's doing really well here is she is I think the best thing about her game is how she prioritizes which openers to get. Like what move she's looking for with like her opening thing, and how she like goes about using like the gun to like create the opportunities for that. So like, because you can see what kind of like what I mean by this, like in these, like I think that her combo game sometimes is a little bit like inconsistent in a few ways. Like sometimes I think that she kind of gives up on like more damage like kind of early, but other times I think she gets carried away. But like in terms of how she actually gets the hit, I think that nobody really does it like her. Like Mango's still overall the better Falco, but weirdly enough, I kind of think he's the better Falco largely because his better punish game. I actually think her neutral is fire.
Yeah, Mango just kills people earlier.
I mean, and that's no small feat when you have a character who commonly Marthritises, but like, my god, is she hot when she's hot. Like
when she's on it.
She's just like triple shine, grounded, grounded rising near to like kind of attack where his head was, so then he moves out his shield, jumps into it. Like what an absolute like. I swear to God, all the women in this game play like they want to beat your ass as hard as possible, and I love it. Like it's just like there's no like all the women pros, no chill. Absolutely no chill.
Oh, dude, yeah, 100%. I think that makes sense to me.
It does to me too. Like I don't know what it is about it, but I feel like it's the only way it could happen. So
they got the fire for sure, yeah.
Absolutely. So let's for our takeaways. Let's finish filling out our chart. And then like we'll kind of like, and then we'll call it a day. So at middle range laser, I think that we like shielded. I think what we can agree, and we'll just have Magi play in the background. After like I think like look at like the laser here is too far to connect off frame advantage to shines for true pressure. And the opening before we can reach the shield does not frame trap the fast out of shield the fast use actions, e.g. roll, or buffer jump, or buffer full hop. So what we found is in this spot, we see Magi either look for a delayed aerial, like an immediate dash jump short hop delayed nair, or overshoot laser, because she's done that too, or overshoot laser past the opponent's position, bracket these assume certain assume certain use options won't be used. won't be used. But provide a lot of advantage if they're successful, or if they're successful and are safe versus most actions. Here, the other play we see is to advance towards the shield and then move to cover an Oos option. Refer to diagram. Well, how would you describe the close range laser stuff? So this is where they actually like frame advantage, no frame trap. What's like the goal? Like, what are the goals here? And what are like the kind of like what are the goals here? And what's kind of like the mix up, I guess.
Close range laser. Like you're talking about like when you land right in front of the shield.
Like yeah, like we land close enough. Yeah, we land close enough to like actually like do something with the laser.
Yeah, I see that as like just like a shield pressure situation, right? Like where you do that, and I guess you're just covering their.
Yeah, it's just like this shield pressure flowchart thing.
Yeah, after the initial shine. So transition to shield pressure and cover the escape options after the initial shine. Love it. And what about farther range laser when it hits? I know we didn't really see this one. Like, we didn't really, like, to get into this one, but, like, if you had, based on what we've learned here, give me your best guess. I'll italicize this one, so if you want to change your answer, or if we see a better answer, we'll know to come back to it.
Okay, so I land far away laser on shield.
No, this is on hit, not on shield.
Hit, so it actually hits him. I feel like it depends on if I think they're gonna, like, try what
you can't. So no, you can't know what they're going to do. So like pretend we're fighting a new opponent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Trust
laser again a little bit. Like I do a tiny bit of movement to try to get into the laser that's like mid range. Like I try to get.
I love that.
Laser.
Capitalize on laser stun by setting up another that moves us closer towards our desired initiation spacing. Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. Initiation spacing. I would also add alternatively use movements to bait the opponent. To see if you can to attempt to bait the opponent into a countermeasure for our approaching short hop or a follow-up laser, and set yourself up to punish. Like Fox full hopping, Fox full hop dash dance with punish example. Because like that's how she got that like first hit on like the thing that we broke down first, right? Like she fired lasers, Moky like full hop, she like then dash danced around him and got him.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! So I'm gonna cut